Stop.
On this computer.
This meeting is being recorded.
Anyway, so now I'm going to share this thing because I want y'all to go find this. I was just telling them on the call a minute ago that there's not a lot in real estate that that comes across that I see something different. I see the same stuff over and over and over every day. But this lady goes through, or you guys go through a spreadsheet of how you can actually increase the purchase price and lower the payment and cover the appraisal gap.
It was incredible.
This is awesome.
My mind was just blown.
Yeah, I watched it like at 2 o'clock this morning, but I'm going to watch it when I'm more awake and make sure I understand what she's saying. But I think she's talking about allocating some of the funds from the loan to cover the gap insurance. I mean, the gap, the appraisal gap, and then also possibly adding it back in mortgage premium insurance, probably to lower the risk to the lender. Is that the basis of it? Because I didn't go all the way through it. But
she's allocating, so you've got your 20% down. She restructured it to allocate 15% down, did a one-time mortgage payment, and then was able to lower the payment and the money brought to table, pretty much, except for on, like, you've got $300 difference versus $20,000 difference.
is that one time?
One time. One time. It
So
was,
my
mind was blown.
Go ahead.
Yeah. So I'd love to, I'm sure she'd love to talk with anybody or come on one morning on our Zoom and just kind of, she does things like this on a regular basis. This was just one strategy, but she is an out of the box thinker, and she was a realtor for 20 years. 20 plus.
Where is she, Bonnie?
She's North Carolina.
Okay.
She comes and visits me on a regular basis.
Poor thing. Well,
HUD.
we definitely want to bring her on and let her go through this thing with us and let everybody watch this. If you can go and name everybody to get it. And also I put it on my page. I shared it and I think I named everybody in it. But here's what happened this morning when I did that. My Facebook shut down. And then I had to reset passwords and said that I'd been hacked. Then my iPhone shut down and said that I had to redo passwords. It had been hacked. So I don't know what's going on with it. But proud of you for doing this, because this is an asset that a ton of people can use and look at and help people move forward when they end up in these situations of divorces or downsizing or lateral moves, or I guess actually upgrade too. But most people aren't really doing upgrades right now. They're moving more lateral and kind of get the same kind of house for the same kind of price with the market like it is. But I wanted to share this with you guys. And then Bobby.
Well, first, can you share her contact info?
Yeah, Bonnie, put your stuff in the chat.
Put Paige's stuff in the chat.
Put your stuff so he can see it on your page.
Well, both.
Okay. I'll go accept you, and then what I'll do is I'll message you and connect you to. How about that?
Sounds great, because I'm in North Carolina.
Okay.
Don't be Bobby, don't be creeping on this lady now.
Yeah. I'm
Yeah.
I'm so looking into this lady.
I mean,
because I love when they do stuff out of the box instead of just saying, no, we can't do that. No.
Well, here's another video content thing that was created that Bobby did. And he's working through a system with Nick Krim. Tell us about it, Bobby, like how that's working.
Well, with Nick, it's kind of all done for you for the most part. They give you the background. They give you an intro video, which for some unmerciful reason I could not find. They give you an intro and an what's that called?
Outro, intro, outro?
Yeah. They give you the background, which I couldn't use, wasn't aware that I needed a green screen to use that background for some reason.
I was about to say, they gave you a background of your own house. It's kind of cool.
Yeah, if they came here, but they loved my ceiling fan that much.
Yeah.
But they give you a full page of people that you can use to call.
Like who?
Like Jay's one of them. Albie's one. I've got Nick Krim, Jay Hollow. There's like 16 different people who already said they would allot so much time to do videos with the group.
So tell people who Albie is. You guys know who Albie is or no?
I do not.
Okay, tell them who he is.
Albie, actually, I did not know this till yesterday. And this is one thing that's amazing about this company to me. Where I was before, it was somewhere you would not really feel comfortable reaching up and asking somebody to do a video with you. It would not benefit people that were more top producers than what I am. So even if it was somebody on my same level, they would probably not take the time out of their day to do the video unless there was a benefit. Well, I'll sit there and I'd talked to Albie like twice before. Sure, he doesn't remember it because he talks to so many people. But he started out as a truck driver. Did you know that?
Yeah.
And I don't know how many people have been in a truck, but you sit there for hours on hours and you have nothing to do but think. So thank you. He decided he was going to do something different. He got into real estate. Now they sell what, $10 million worth, or not $10 million worth. Their revenue is 10 million a year. Super nice guy. You'd think, being that type of producer, that that'd be kind of snobbish, stuff like that, from my past experience. But it was super awesome. He acted like anyone else. And he really was happy to help and happy to get on. It was awesome.
Now I hadn't watched the whole thing. Did Al prompt you at all, or did Al just? I mean, I only watched like I told you yesterday, a minute or two. And that was just the introduction, so I didn't really actually see him. Did he prompt you in any way on any of the questions during this thing, or did he just go with what you did, take your leader?
Well, a lot of people I've found kind of like, or well, me personally, I would like to know the questions beforehand. So I did email him and ask, do you have any questions you want me to ask? Anything you want me to stay away from? And he texted me back and said, no, I'm an open book. I want to answer anything that your clients would like to know, or your viewers want to know. So, man, anything you want to know, just ask. I did shoot over a couple questions to him just to let him know the outline. I basically asked generic stuff, which was what got him into real estate, what his background was.
And that was the generic type questions you're calling them. Those are Nick Krim's questions, or are they yours?
Those were mine. Nick does have a list of questions.
What does it cost to join up with Nick's deal?
Some of it's like, he's got a lot of different things. He puts out a lot of free content. So if anybody doesn't know him, I would check him out. He's got some that's like $99 a month, and then there's a mastermind that's a few weeks that I forget what it cost.
I pay him for this right here. I don't know if it'll come up or not. don't know if y'all can see it, but I pay him for this thing. And this includes a digital card and some other stuff. And, you know, you just tell them what you want to put in it, and you put videos in it, different things that you want, and different offers. So like, here's some of my different videos from different blog posts that I've done, and all the links. And then if they have a question, it goes straight to my Calendly. And then if somebody wants to know about EXP and set an appointment for that, you know, what it looks like to partner with us. Nick built all this stuff out, and I think I pay him $100, $200 a year, something like that. And all this stuff is kind of, you set it how you want to set it, but this is not part of the same program that Bobby's talking about. This is just one of his programs, but people do go to this thing and check it out. I don't really update it that much, but I can share it pretty easy. You know, it's just DanielCloudFilter.work. But this is good. I'll tell you a little bit about Albie. What I know is he was in a coaching program. He was in the NAEA coaching program with Jay and Michael.
Congratulations, EXP, and I want to give glowing. The reason I want to do that is I want a simple EXP.
Is that this thing playing? What is this? No, anyway. So he was in their program, and he paid them $113,011. And I asked him on camera. We were in Vegas. I said, "Hey, would you do it again?" He said, "Dude, it was like handing in a $10 bill and getting a $100 bill back." He said, "I would give that $100 bill or that $10 bill all day long to get back that $100 bill." And that's what ended up building them his team. And then they were building a national brokerage. Jay and Michael were trying to build a national brokerage. And then Al told him, said, "Man, look at this thing that we found. This guy, they're going to do like health insurance. They're going to do stock ownership. They're going to do all this different stuff that we want to do. But it's going to cost us $10, $15 million to try to make this thing happen. Why don't we just look at it?" So they all looked at it. So they all came in to, you know, well, Albie came over, and then they came out under him. But what they are is they're partners. So any of the money through any of their lines, which we are all in their line, by the way, in their organization, any of that goes to a pot, and it gets divided by 3. And their pot is to each of them about $600,000 a month. And that's the reason why he pays for certain people to have coaches, and him and Jay. And they just, I don't know how much they pay for this new app. That's something else I wanted to talk about. This new app that is out, that they're going to release it to everybody on the 31st, is an agent attraction app, done for you kind of app to why do you want to partner, instead of, you know, going underneath this person that you already talked to at EXP. Why would you partner with this organization versus that one? And every video is set up for that. And it's they're shorter videos. They're 5 to 10 minute videos, and it depends on what the person says in their survey. It's a 1-minute survey that you text out to somebody after you talk to them, and then the videos go out in sequence of what they're most interested in. So it's not throwing up EXP on it. It's taken them 2 years to build the app, but it goes live. If anybody's interested in that, I can give you the link that they posted out for it. Right now it's $15 a month. I don't know how much it, you know, I expect it to go up because it does a lot. I mean, it's got a lot, it's got a whole CRM behind it, but it's just agent attraction. But that's what these guys are into. And if you go to his YouTube channel, you'll watch him. He has, what's his name, Hollow? Bobby, what's his first name? You're muted.
Joel.
Joel. Yeah, you said Jay a minute ago. And I thought I can't put it together. Joe Hollow is runs his team in Ohio, and then Albie splits time between Ohio with his kids and then takes them to Puerto Rico. So they go back and forth. But anyway, that's part of Albie's story. If anybody's interested in the app, let me know. And Tarek, are you still on here? I can't see you.
Yeah, I'm here.
Okay, so will you tell us a little bit about the next book for the book club, please?
Yeah, so the next book that we're jumping into is No Excuses by Brian Tracy. So we will be starting that on April 8th. That'll be the first day for that book. This Friday, we'll be doing the recap on the Gap in the Game. I'm just running through the book and taking like what stood out most for us. That's what we'll be talking about on Friday. But this one is more so about self-discipline and how we achieve like our personal and financial goals. So I'm excited to jump into it. I'll do a video so that you guys can send it out to anybody that you want to invite. And it starts on the 8th. So that's pretty much it.
What was it? What was the name of the book?
No Excuses by Brian Tracy. Looks like this.
Hey, just so everybody knows, I did get the group set up for the book club. Tarek, I got you invited, and Daniel, I got you invited, and it's a group. Got that set up, just waiting on. And the beautiful thing about groups is you can tell who invited somebody to it. The question I didn't know is, do we want it public or private? So y'all can think about that. As soon as you come in, I can make you an admin so that y'all can have control of it. But
When did you send it out, Bonnie?
this morning.
Oh, okay.
So we want it to be public because we want to share this with everybody that we can. I mean, so we want it to be public. We can put links in it to my YouTube where I host the videos, the recap
Actually,
videos and all that. But I want to go ahead.
It would probably, because Facebook hates it when you take people off of their platform. It would probably be better if you could download the YouTube video to your desktop and just upload it into the group as a video.
Well, I have it to my desktop already because I have to edit it, and then I have to load it to YouTube so I can load it. Yeah. Yeah,
because Facebook will frown upon us taking people off their platform.
Okay, well, I can load them. I have to edit those videos because sometimes, and I did not expect this when we started this, sometimes those things go a little deep and way personal. Like people talking about why they have the habits they have, and why they are the way they feel like they are, and that stuff. We got deep into addiction last week with somebody talking about their son, and I asked her, I said, "Do you want me to edit that out?" She said, "No, leave it in there." And I thought, Then she texted back about a day later, said, "Yeah, edit it out." So I gave it some time before I did it. So I still hadn't done it yet. But yeah, so it's good, right? Isn't it good? And then it's on Zoom. So if it's somebody that we don't want in it, we just don't let them in it. Right?
Yeah.
I mean, somebody comes in, they're negative and there's conflict there, and we just don't let them back in.
We can also block them from the group.
Yeah.
You've got a lot of control.
So I'm not worried about taking it, doing it publicly. I'd like to put it out there and put the links. Everybody has their own link to invite to it. So and I have a script for inviting to it, and it's an easy way to meet agents.
Yeah.
I don't know about you guys, but I don't ever see agents anymore. I don't go to anything to see agents, and if I do go to something, usually it's mortgage people. I don't meet agents anywhere. So dialing them over the phone and doing something like this is, I think, is a good way to go. It's a good way to meet other people. Another thing I want to share with you guys is how many people get into Marketplace. I'm not Marketplace. What's it called? The inner Facebook thing.
Workplace.
Workplace. How many people go to Workplace?
Not near enough. I get in sometimes, but when I do,
Yeah.
I always find good stuff, but I just don't get in like I should.
It was nowhere near a year ago as valuable as it is today. There's a lot of people pouring in there and making some really good stuff. Go there once a day for like 10 minutes. Just scroll through, see what's there for 10 minutes, because I promise you, there is some great content in there about everything. I mean, it runs the whole gamut. So if you spend 10 minutes a day or so looking at it, check it out. And if you don't find something for you, then don't do it. Don't waste your time on it. But I promise you, you're going to find something, because it has gotten really good, and it's better than going and burning your day looking at Facebook, or whatever the other accounts are.
Yeah. Also, for any questions that you may have, if you can't get the broker on the phone for whatever reason, a lot of times it's already been answered in Workplace. So if you just type that in the search bar, you'll see every conversation that has been had about that topic, which has been resourceful for me. So,
and these are big players, guys. Some these people that we have access in there, I mean, there is very little that you're going to have an issue with that you cannot get a solid 10 answers in 5 minutes.
Yeah.
You know, but because these people have seen just about everything. Just like he was talking about, you know, what we say 100 million in volume or 100 million GCI or whatever it was with Albie. No, 10 million, right? 10 million. 10 million. I mean, dude, they're seeing a lot of contracts. They're seeing a lot of stuff come through, and they're, you know, they see a lot of issues. So, you know, there's a lot of people like that that pour into that thing, and it's part of the culture. As you get to certain levels in this company, they actually require you. They require you to go in and do some of that stuff. Like to hit icon status, there's certain things that are requirement before they give you your $16,000 in stock. And some of that is it. You got to teach also, you got to teach classes in the world and stuff like that.
There's one thing, I put a link for
Okay, thank
Nick's
you.
stuff in the chat. There's like 8 hours of free training he does, but he offers so many different things. It's not all on the same web page. That's the one thing that makes it a little hard, but he does give away a lot of free stuff. He also does, like I said, gives you the questions to ask everybody to, which makes it a whole lot easier.
I mean, you guys can, I mean, Bobby can go in and build a folder and share stuff. If you guys want to do that, connect with him and he can share the folder with the scripts and stuff. If you guys notice, how many people are on this call today? How many people are here? 7 of us. So I only invited a few people today. I've stopped inviting people that don't participate on the call or that, you know, don't get on the call, but every now and then I just stopped inviting them because they'll work their way out of the system. I feel like we are at a point where we need to pour into people that show up, and that's all I want to do. So if you guys have somebody that you want to invite to these calls, by all means do it. But I just kind of kicked it out because people get invited to a lot of stuff. Dancing's out a lot of stuff. We all get invited to a lot of Zooms. But I want to invite everybody to come into the Realtors Between the Covers book club because it's pretty good. It's fun. It's a lot more fun than I thought it was. I didn't anticipate it to be this good. I am going to do something, think of a name for it that I'm going to build around some folks. That's going to be stories, like I mentioned before, stories in this business. I don't want that to go by because this was a good idea. And guys, people are copying it already. They're already copying it. So the book club deal, I've seen several people already, you know, say, hey, dude, that's a great idea. Send it to me. And anyway, so they don't have the same cool name, but anyway. They have the cool logo too.
Bobby, doesn't Nick have a group tonight?
He does at 7 o'clock.
Okay.
Has
How do you
one
get to
on
it?
Mondays and one on Wednesdays.
Okay, cool.
How do you get to that?
He sends out a reminder each day.
Can you send it? Can you put it in your can you put it in your reach app and put us in there and invite us? Let us know about it. People that want to know.
I can do my best.
Oh man, that reach app makes things a lot easier. Anybody else got anything else? Bonnie's got her first contract closing. She's got a backup offer on it too, right, Bonnie?
Good for you,
Yes.
Bobby.
Good.
Congratulations, Bonnie.
Thank you. It feels pretty good to have that first one with EXP and to
Yep,
be back
yeah.
like working
Yes.
business.
Yeah. It's big,
Was
right?
that-
It's very
the open
minimal.
house on?
Go
Was
Terry.
that what you did an open house on?
Oh, so I did the open Tuesday. It was a big flop. Daniel showed up. Thank you. And another actually a buyer showed up. So it wasn't a big flop, but I ended up, because there was no one else there, I spent that time calling the neighborhood.
Where'd you get the
And let-
numbers?
I'm sorry.
Where'd you get the numbers?
I got the numbers from Remine. I just did a search around the property and then went into Remine, started dialing, just letting them know, hey, if you know somebody looking to live in the neighborhood or you got a family member that you wanted closer to you, this one's going live Friday.
Nice.
And I made sure to put in the conversation, there's one across the street that's going listed at 350 and one across down the way that's listed at 335, and both are under contract because the typical buyer in there bought around 170 to 220.
And something else that she's doing is she's creating that gap in their heads. When you guys have open houses, I don't know how many open houses I used to go into, or we used to do these broker opens where you drive around on Tuesdays and everybody in the office would go after office thing, caravan or something they called it. No one
Yes.
gave you evaluation of the property, right? They asked on the little checklist, do you think this house is priced correctly? How the hell are you supposed to know? If you don't give me the data of what this one sold for, the interior pictures, what it looks like, the condition of it, how do I know how this value is? And right now we got the biggest gap possible. And that's also in that gap goes what? The fear that this thing's going to pop, that they're not going to get their $200,000 in a couple of months because a shift is coming. Work with the media. They're doing all the heavy lifting for you. Say, most people walk away from the closing table with, a couple $100,000 in their pocket, most of your neighbors. So if we could do the same for you, can we lock arms and work together? Make them feel crazy that they wouldn't lock arms. Hey, I'm looking at the computer model right now. It says that you would walk away with blah, blah, blah. Of course, I haven't seen the property. When can we meet? But put the gap before the shift happens and create that gap in their head that they may not get that generational wealth that they've been building because of this inflation.
Right.
What was
I like
the
it.
response to the people that you call? Because our biggest thing with this, with everybody, everybody is call reluctance. What was first off, you didn't track how many you dialed, did you?
I ended up dialing about 30,
How many connected?
probably half.
How many did you leave voicemails for?
Well, when I connected, I consider connected leaving a voicemail. I think I ended up talking to 6.
Okay. So the numbers sound fairly accurate and fairly good. Now,
Mhm.
I think some of that is based on how long people have lived in a neighborhood, because I've called some new neighborhoods recently testing this theory because I want to start a 100-day listing challenge for us. So I've tested some areas. The newer the transition to the neighborhood, or the newer the houses, or the neighbors, being built, the less accurate it seems the numbers are. So the longer people have been in a neighborhood, it seems like the numbers are more accurate, if that makes any sense. So
Yeah.
that neighborhood's a little older, so you might have had a higher percentage of actual good quality numbers to call. But no matter who you're calling, somebody lives somewhere, right? If they answer
Right.
the phone, have a conversation. It doesn't matter where they're at. They live somewhere. So,
Right.
all efforts are rewarded.
The response was actually, because I was hesitant to call, but most of the response out of the ones that I talked to, only one sounded just a little bit frustrated. And I may have just caught him at a bad time, but he still listened to what I had to say and then ended up saying, well, thank you for the information, before he hung up.
Right.
So,
Agents are the same way too, guys. When you ask an agent what specific problem or challenge they're having in this market, if you're going to build something around that challenge, they always are like, they're pretty grateful that you call them. And, homeowners the same way. But anyway, so it worked out for you. You got it under contract, and who knows, you're probably going to follow up and tell those people that it's under contract, right? Same people.
Yes, I intend to.
So the next thing is they're going to say, gosh, this lady works pretty hard. She works a lot harder than my last agent I bought this house with that hasn't contacted me in 6 years. What was her name? Keller Williams. I love it when I ask people who they're working with and they say, Keller Williams.
Say the broker.
Yeah, they say the broker name and they have a hard time doing that. And then us as agents, we run around worrying about what the hell the name is on the sign or the color of the sign or something like that. No one cares about that. Not one person cares about that. That's what those agencies that take a lot of your money, that's what they do. They beat into you that, you know, you need to pay them 50% because they got a blue sign that says this on it and they've got this branding and they got a balloon, you know, and it just doesn't matter. Anyway, anybody else have anything else? Proud of you guys, man. We're our little group is moving forward.
Daniel, I'm gonna loop you in on an email. I just got a call from an agent that's about to pass her test.
Okay.
She just sent me her email, so I'm gonna loop you in on it and see if we can't get on the Zoom in the next couple of days.
Let's get on a three-way call.
Three-way call.
Three-way calls are easier and they're a lot less scary because a lot of these people don't have this kind of push behind them where they get on a Zoom call 3 times a week. Bonnie walks down her driveway almost every day on a Facebook Live, right?
Yes.
But for some reason, now listen to this, right? Psychology of sales is amazing. So she will walk down the driveway and talk about her life. Takes her husband out there walking in the rain the other day, like y'all carrying an umbrella or something, right? In the morning. Talks about her life, talks about all this personal stuff going on. There is no offer and there's no hook, right? It's just a personal call that says, this is me. But is scared to talk until 2 weeks ago, basically, on a Zoom call. Isn't that? It's like
I'm not scared to talk. It
when you
just,
peel the layers back, man, it's just like sometimes it just doesn't compute and doesn't add up. But then she gets on a Zoom call yesterday. Was that a live call, by the way?
yes, it went Facebook Live as well.
Facebook live call that she doesn't even have a way to pull it back, right? Like once it's out there, it's out there. I mean,
That's-
these are leaks, man. These are leaks.
That's one thing I found. It's much easier for me to go live because I don't have the opportunity to go back and watch it. If I go back and watch it and edit and all that, I'll be like, man, this is crap by the time I'm done with it.
Never
And
watch
I
it.
won't
Simple.
put it out. That's one thing Nick says is hit live, don't watch it. If you screw up, you screw up. Because if you sit there and record yourself and watch it, you're going to take 50 videos and you're not going to put it out. Also, StreamYard. Have y'all used it?
Is it free? Is it free?
Lord, I'm paying for so much crap. I don't know.
Yeah. Welcome to real estate.
Remember,
Yeah.
I've signed up on there, but I haven't used it yet.
The more
That is
transactions you do,
awesome.
the more nickel and dime you get.
Yep. It lets it go out to YouTube and Facebook at the same time.
Nice.
And LinkedIn, if you use your LinkedIn enough to actually post on it.
Well, and really we should
Mhm.
use LinkedIn. Another thing that, and this call's getting a little long, but another thing we need to do.
Now she's trying to control my Zoom call, yo. Now she's trying to take over my call.
Bobby can take over, man. Let her run. That's it.
Anyways, so this is one of the, I'm in a health and wellness company as well. But one of the things we do, we have a group chat where when we post something, we put it in that group chat so that others can go like and comment to bring us back up in the feeds. Because the algorithms will, Facebook's algorithms, like kind of keeps you at the bottom if you don't do what they want you to.
Yep.
So we go and like and comment on each other's post. And a few of the things I've learned is don't ever hit dislike because it pushes that, like the angry face pushes that person to the bottom of the feed, even if you don't like what that, you know, what was said or done. Like and love has more response in the algorithms.
It has more weight. You say it has more weight, like a weighted
Yeah.
average.
Yes. And then if you don't comment, then you lose some of that weight.
Mm.
But if you just comment and go, wow, this is great information. And if you do four words or more, it's more weighted than great. Or
What about a share? Does a share come in there?
I haven't heard anything about sharing stuff other than you don't really want to share others people's stuff because for whatever reason, you're not producing your own content.
Hmm.
So it's not looked on as favorable.
I try to share every one of y'all stuff. Anytime y'all name me in something, I always try to share it. And like, you know how I do those billboards and it says this person was the top person this month or whatever. I want you guys, instead of just saying congratulations, I wanted you guys to share it, but you're saying don't do it.
Well, let me do a little more research on that. And then reels, a 7-second reel right now on Facebook is huge. So if you can even think of anything to do, just even for 7 seconds, 7 seconds to 15 seconds is the like, and because Facebook has just now released reels, there to everybody, it's huge.
Do y'all see my wife? Here's another thing that's a mind blower. She is one of the most introverted human beings walking this planet.
Yeah.
And I don't know who's dropping off our call over here, but she's got this thing called Lumi, and she loves what this thing does. She loves this product.
Face scrub thing.
It's like this little scrubber with silicone things on it. She loves it, and man, her face is. I mean, her skin is.
Man, we're frozen.
It's pretty cool. So anyway, but she loves it. She doesn't make hardly any money off of it, obviously. But she does these little reels in her damn bath towel. I'm like, what in the world are you doing? She's posting stuff. She's never posted anything. Here she is up in our bathroom with a damn bath towel on, her hair up, no makeup on. I'm like, now this is the person that won't say. That's the psychology of it, right? Once you have conviction of something, it just changes your whole outlook on who's with me, who's my tribe, does it matter? Like Eric said in the book with Big Al, we're offering this to you to change your life. If you don't want it, great. We're moving on down the road. And that was super, super, powerful with it. But yeah, it's funny. So anyway, we need to do a class, like a Zoom call maybe next time on how to go live. And Denise, don't you have a new listing coming up?
I do. It's going live on next Thursday.
So did you put in there a sneak peek in that listing agreement?
I just put a coming soon on my homepage this morning. Coming soon. She didn't want the video to be blown out yet or the address. So it's just
you did a real video, didn't you?
Yeah, I did.
Yeah, I remember you did a real video. That was edited by
nice.
Like a professional.
Yeah.
Are you going to go do a Facebook Live with it? Yep. Oh, great. That's going to be sweet. Let's do that. Go do a Facebook Live and let's all look at it.
Yep. Denise, I'm going to send you a friend request today.
Okay, perfect.
Yeah. So I have seen that video last week or whatever, and it is great. But I want the Facebook Live deal. I think that's going to get you way more hits, right? Bonnie, if she does like a 7-second reel, says, "Hey, I'm in front of this house."
I have no idea.
Believe it or not, that 7-second to 15-second reel in front of the house will get her more attraction.
Yeah, I think so. And you can put the link to that video, the professional one, and say, "Hey, if you guys want to see more, instead of here, bam, his link is below." I guess if you can do the link, I don't know how this works. So that's why I said we need to do a class.
I have no idea. Yeah.
When you do, this is my cup of tea. But when you do your live or the reel, then you'll want to always do like DM me for a direct link, or that way you get in that conversation. You want that hook.
Mm-hmm.
Think about
Okay.
the agents that are going to be connecting with you because you've got an offer and now a hook. You've got an offer of, you know, if you want to see the, you know, professionally edited video of this and see the inside of it and have all the information, a sneak peek-ish, you know, coming soon, sneak peek-ish, 5-7 second little deal. They DM you, you send them the link to that. Where are you guys hosting that at? That's on somebody's professional website, right?
I don't know. I have the video. And he does the video and a photo package. So
But
I
you're
don't
sending,
know.
but you're sending, where is that
I'm gonna-
video online?
Well, right now it's on YouTube, but I can link it into the FMLS at the bottom, the virtual tour, or the link to a video.
Okay.
That's what I plan on doing.
You could also
Put it
take
in
that
KV
link
Core.
into, yeah, you could take that link
Put it in
and that
KV Core.
be your DM.
And then now
Yeah.
you can send out that little deal and now they come into, you know, they can see it in in KV Core or whatever. It's another way of tracking them. But really it's about getting in the conversation, and it's going to be agents mostly, I would assume, and then some other people. You guys know Zach Bobo? He's listing all kinds of properties and he's killing it. And that's what he does. Every single property, not a Facebook Live thing, I don't think, but every single property is coming soon. This is going to hit here. This is going to hit there. This is rare. This, and he just says, DM me, DM me, DM me. And he builds a big list of people. And then those become his clients.
Yep.
It's a 4-minute video, but it was very well done. So yeah, I don't know. I don't know if there's a time limit on video, you know.
Well, the
There
link
isn't
is going to
one.
be in KV Core, but it's going to go back to probably YouTube. Because when I watched it, it was on that photographer's YouTube page, right?
Yeah.
Mhm.
So what we really ought to do is put it on your YouTube page or another YouTube page where you can actually get to it and know how many people viewed it.
Yeah, I don't have a YouTube page.
I can upload it on mine and give you the link.
Okay.
It's not a
Okay.
problem. Then you can load that link into KV Core. And
Okay.
you can track through it and you go do your little 7-second video of I'm sitting in front of this. You want to see it live? DM me.
Okay.
Yep.
Perfect. Yeah, I'll do that.
Denise is killing it. All right, guys. Anybody else have anything else? Who wants to do the trial run first 30 days of the listing challenge? I know Cody and Bonnie are going to be in it. Who else wants to do it?
I'll do it.
It's more of a prospecting thing. It's nowhere near as heavy as our agent attraction calls. There's no videos. none of
Can
that.
y'all do Red X, or how do you get your leads?
Remind. Hey, guys, I got to run. I got
Bye.
somebody coming in the door.
See you. Thank you. Bobby, I have Vulcan 7, but I don't do anything with those leads, man. I think everybody's getting leads through their own connections for the most part of you know, who's leveraging the properties. Because right now properties are the hottest thing there is. So if you can get a few properties, do seller surveys, get a few properties, push them off market, get people to connect you because you've got off market property, do the listing agreement, and then put in that listing agreement that they don't want, like my STIP, they don't want it to be in MLS or whatever your MLS is for 30 days or something, and give yourself time to gather a database of buyers and agents. And then work those with follow-up. Anybody else? Cody, how you get all your people?
Other than my database, I just signed back up for Mojo, and you can do neighborhood, and it just draws up all the contact information. So
Could you get contact information for some of us and send it to us in Excel spreadsheet?
probably
So
like as far as sellers in the neighborhood.
yeah, is that what
Yeah.
you're doing?
Yeah, I mean, all you do is you map out an area, it pulls out all the information from the address to their, I mean, sometimes even has email addresses.
Is it like Remind?
Not really. It's just a dialer. I mean, I'm pretty sure it's similar to Vulcan
A Red X.
or Red X.
Vulcan, you don't get Vulcan. I don't think you go get an area. You don't pull an area, you,
So you can do geographical. I mean, they sell for sale by owner leads and all that, but you do a neighborhood search. It's like $50 a month on top of the $100 for the dialer.
gotcha. I don't have that in my Vulcan. My Vulcan's just expired listings and FSBOs.
Yeah.
So I don't really have that extra piece of it of people that would be selling, but Remind is pretty good with that. So maybe if we pulled some areas, we can share that across the board with people and dial some people, do a seller survey, ask them if they're looking to make a move. All right, guys, appreciate you. Call me if you need me. I'm gonna get on call today with the onboarding people. I'm going through a whole PowerPoint with them, and then onboarding and paperwork. So if you have interest in any of that, let me know too.
All right.
Oh,
See y'all. Thank you.